Ah, finally, some peace and quiet. Today's been. Alright, I completely forgot you're here. Ugh, I still can't believe you had the nerve to let us get into this whole thing. Don't even dare to speak to me with that mouth of yours. You're the one to blame for retaliating. It's because of you that we're here. Yeah, right. As if I wanted to do this stupid community service anyway. Could have been at home watching a movie or binging my favorite show, but no. Someone just decided to talk back against me so hard that they attracted the attention of a teacher. Seriously, here I thought you were just gonna be some other nerd I can pick on. Can't say it's intriguing to see you grow up a bear after that. You must be pretty proud of yourself, huh? Well, I'm definitely not. And seeing your stupid face just puts a sour mood all over me. And just when I got a good shower. I had very little expectations of this place from the very beginning, but the lake isn't half bad to take a bath in. Right, as if you have the skills to actually gain new friends over here. A lot of them are old anyway. Barely anyone even above average when it comes to being attractive. Oh, I can't even believe I can't have my own kind of fun here. Now I gotta spend my entire weekend in this whole woodland crap and clean it up. Yeah, you got that right. I am gonna be salty about it as much as I want, and there's literally nothing you can do about it either. Ugh, the forest isn't a place people would actually go unless they're all giddy about camping. My dad was unfortunately one of those kind of people. He's... No, never mind. Whatever. No, I'm not just someone you can keep in here thinking you can break me just because we had a past, alright? Right, now I'm gonna concern myself with having to sleep in this stupid sleeping bag. They can't even afford a cabin at this rate. Should have just really cut down the trees to make one. Yeah, right, do you really think I care for things like this? Life is already bad as is. I don't want to be involved in anything else that needs more than the attention I need. Shut up, you don't know anything about me. As far as I know, we've only known each other way back then. That doesn't change the fact that we have no correlation to each other whatsoever. Besides, who would want to hang out with you in the first place? This is exactly why you're alone all the time. You just ball into your own world with all those fantasy dragons and stuff. You don't even give a single shit of effort to interact with people. Right. Like you know how to communicate in the first place. I don't exactly know how or why, but to be honest, I don't really care about any of it. If you're just gonna sit there and not talk to anyone, then it's fine by me. See if I care. Ugh, what now? Right, having been alone the entire day, but still remembering that you're here really puts me off my mood too. Well, if you're that persistent, I guess I can humor you for a while. It's a bit too early anyway, and I need something else to really distract me. Ugh, the crickets are getting loud too. I should have brought earplugs. We just trailed over to one part of the forest and began picking up trash. The ranger was pretty cute, but I was barking at wrong tree. What? As if I care what he likes? Ugh. Such a catch, though. Well, whoever he has eyes on, they're lucky. Guess that's one thing. I don't know if he's someone I can trust, though. He seems too nice for his own good, or maybe that's just a character he likes playing as a ranger. I'm surprised I haven't even closed this place down due to the amount of trash here. Speaking of, I'm actually finding out that I'm looking at one right now. What? You're really sure you want to rebut on what I got in my sleeve? I've got some more ammo on me to tear you down, just to relieve a bit of, something missing in me. Oh yeah, I'm that type of bully. You can use it against me all you want. That's not really going to be an issue for me to begin with. Concerning myself with all this, I gotta tear you down to make me feel better about myself isn't entirely my storyline. Keeping my cards close to my chest is what's gonna take me far. Isn't that supposed to be the thing? If you let yourself be too open to people and become too vulnerable, who knows what they'll do to you? Kinda goes to show how all this affects you, since everything I just said now really shows how you behave. Come on. Pretty sure you've noticed by now. Even if someone bullies you, you don't seem bothered at all. You continue to become a nerd, and all you want, well, yapping about your favorite shows and games. Honestly, it kind of puts me off knowing at first how all my efforts might be in vain. But when I think about it further, I guess it's not so bad that you're feeling so affected that you lashed out on me like that. I guess all this that's happening right now is kind of making sense. No, not really. I don't really find anything attractive or positive to say about you, actually. But if I had to nitpick just a speck of it, I like that you're gullible. I like that you're willing to ride on my words and tendencies just to bully you despite what happened. What do you mean? I already told you that we had in the past doesn't even matter anymore. I've made myself clear already on this too. You're the nerdy guy who's always alone on their stupid book back in the day. Always reading that same book for weeks. Must be nice having to memorize each word, huh? Seriously, I can't seem to get how fun it is that you just sit there and read. I know I've had my fair share of that stuff, but at least I interact with the others. That's why you don't have any friends in the first place. You already had an opportunity back then and you ruined it. Still, I guess you being the way you are is still good for me too. Well, duh. If you hadn't moved away or something, then I wouldn't have someone to pick on in the first place. Huh? What are you on about? That's an entirely new, different thing. You don't have to bring that up every time, you know? It was only for a year. Who cares about that? What matters is you're back, right? Again, if you had left, I wouldn't know who to pick on in the first place. How bold of you to assume that crap is real. The reason why you left is for you to find out on your own. You can figure that out. Leave me out of that topic. I don't care for it either way. Whatever you say that's the reason that I'm like this, it's entirely different. I treated you all the same when we first met. Don't act like there's something special between us, because there isn't. Trust me, all I ever wanted was some friends, and for you to ignore me like that as if I just was an insignificant kid, that pushed me off the edge. I made sure to make all your days miserable for what you did to me. You embarrassed me in front of many kids back then. You think I've forgotten about that? Clearly you have the memory of a goldfish despite being a nerd yourself. It must be a shame. Whatever. You can take a little apology and shove it right up your... Duh! You're so infuriating! Why do you always bring that up? I do not have feelings for you. Why do you always assume that the reason why I introduced myself to you was because I liked you? You could even tell from my face back then. Why do you think you know everything about me when we had just met too then, huh? Why are you just so magically intelligent that you can read minds? If you're so confident about it, then why bother bringing it up repeatedly? Is this really your way of breaking me so that I can stop bullying you? No? Then what is it? I'm so tired of you and your immunity towards what I've been doing. Why can't you just give me some attention for once rather than brushing me off for that stupid book of yours? What? No, of course not. Why would I... No. Why would I even say that? Like I said, who in their right mind would even try to look at you and say that they like you? An indirect confession? What the hell is that supposed to mean exactly? Right, like that's what I said just now. I just said that I need you to pay attention to me. You're clearly having fun with this, aren't you? Wipe that stupid smirk off your face. You really think you got the upper hand on me just because you're playing with my feelings for you? Oh, so that's what it's gonna be like. You just magically know everything about me now, and using your whole mind reading powers to take advantage of the fact that I had feelings for you since back then. are so despicable. Well, what if I just did? Okay, fine, that was back then, okay? It's not like I'm liking this whole situation of being forced to sleep with you in this crappy tent. I would have loved to get away from here if I could, you know? No one would ever want to see that stupid face first thing in the morning. Ugh, you cheater. Whatever. You already got your answer, and I don't think I'll ever be the type to surrender to all this sentimental crap you expect me to go to. Besides, I don't think this entire scenario is appropriate, and I hate that this is happening in the smallest tent in the woods. What? Were you expecting a bad girl gone good type of confession? I don't do that sort of thing. You already know what kind of person I became because of you, and I don't think I can ever change that anytime soon. Knowing what I feel about you is a bit embarrassing, to say the least. But I'm not going to be some coward who's going to walk away from all this. So whatever you say to me, or even if you play with my feelings now that you know, I don't care. Just do whatever you want with that information. It's not like people will believe it anyway. Life is not some fantasy novel when people magically fall in love just because someone is... whatever. I'm not going to entertain you any further. Cut that. You just do whatever you want with that little book of yours. I'm going to bed. Yeah, fine. If you make any noise, I swear I'm going to kick you out of this tent. Yeah, sure. Good night. Hello there, this is Spring ASMR. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like the video and subscribe to not miss a single release. If you like exclusive content and if you like to support the channel, please join my Patreon. And if you'd like to join the Spring ASMR community, check out my Discord server. Links to both can be found in the description of this video. Time for a quick shout out for my Patreon super supporters. Framer, Mr. Slow Talker, Bag, Wallet, Icarus, Kieran, Zack Attack, Jay, Micah, Barry, Tommy, Shadelight, Jesse, Hey B-Man, Dandy Mike, B349, 6, Lunar 7, Ronnie, Oswaldo, Lucret, Brayden, Unlucky Me, Bread, and a huge thank you to our ultimate support tier member, Ghosty. I hope you guys have a good day. Bye-bye.